What's good? What's good, soul family, and everybody else up in this mother? Good girl. Welcome to Energy. All praise to the Most High. Trust your intuition over mine. I have kind of been enjoying using my self-made oracle deck, so I think I'll get some more use out of that. And start off with some random messages, and then clarify with tarot and see where it goes. Gang, gang. I'm hearing, I'll make love to you like you want me to. Alright, somebody's singing. And it says, let me in. That's the first card. So definitely somebody who, dreaming of you. It's a dreamy type of energy. This could be somebody's heart singing or they're daydreaming. But it is somebody who doesn't feel like they can get close to you. What else? Oh, we got new connections. That might be why they can't get in. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Anna, moderator in the building. Bold. And it's showtime. We got a new connection that someone is proud of or excited about. And it's showtime. So they may be, this gonna hurt. This is kind of like somebody wants to get close to you. This is somebody dreaming of you. So likely somebody that's already connected to you before. Somebody from the past. Doesn't have to be an ex. We're gonna see what we get with the tarot. But you have a new connection, or you may be in new connections. You may have a couple or a few that you're talking to. So maybe that could be like you're dating, you're single, but you're interested in someone, or you feel strongly about someone with bold energy. Someone could be a Leo. Don't have to be, or the person, the object of your affection could be a Leo. The bold is just giving strength, the card strength, but we'll see what comes out with tarot. And then we have it showtime. So I don't know what that's about, but we're going to clarify that too. And we're going to get some more oracle messages for you. And we're going to pull out the shadows. Alright, let's do tarot first and see what we're dealing with. Who's saying let me in for my collective here? Who is this? Blast from the past. Oh, I just saw 7 of Swords. If this is somebody you're moving forward from, just keep right on moving. I don't care if they singing. Keep moving. What's let me in? Not with that 7 of Swords. Not with that 7 of Swords. No, thank you. And not with the 10 of Wands. That's a love bomb. That's someone who is stressed out. This is probably someone who did not do right by you. It could be a Sagittarius or a fire sign. They're burdened. This person didn't put in the work. They did not put in the work, and they're not feeling loved by you right now, but they want to be. They may be saying that they'll love you, because that's the song, I'll make love to you like you want me to. But with let me in, it almost sounds like a desperation energy. Like they ain't really got no love to give to you or to make to you. They mostly need you to give some love to them or to make love to them. What's dreaming of you? Yeah, the 10 of Wands energy is, this could be a bother or it could be burdensome. If you were to connect with this person emotionally, likely it would probably drain you. It just may be timing. It's a bad time. Page of Wands. Definitely could be dealing with a Sagittarius. This may have been someone that you already rejected or you said no to, or like I said, you moved on and you haven't looked back. Maybe this is someone who moved on from you and hasn't looked back. But the Page of Wands is kind of like they could be looking at you now. Oh, Lord. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. 555. is on the clock, so that's a change. Someone could be changing their ways or changing their mind quickly, especially for those of you that seem to be transforming or you changed something. You may have changed it quickly. My son is running, like racing back and forth. So I don't know who this is, but Page of Wands is like they're eager. They're eager. Give me another card. Knight of Swords is the fastest moving card, but that's Seven of Swords, and then to see the Knight of Swords don't make me feel like that's, I don't know, it don't feel good. And something about it does not feel real. Maybe because that's what I'm saying. Yeah, see, somebody's trying to offer you this fantastical energy, but it's not what they really have to offer. Let's clarify that Nine of Wands. It's definitely a Sagittarius here, but we also have Pisces with the Ten of Cups, and then, damn, Sagittarius again on this Eight of Wands. Okay. This is probably somebody you're already talking to. You definitely talked to them before. They could be communicating with you now, or they want to. This is someone who feels like this is their right, or they feel like they have some kind of right to you. Okay. Six of Cups in reverse. Stuck in the past. Lacking playfulness. Oh, so they serious. They're serious. It says lacking playfulness, independent, but they're also, okay. This person could be driven by the fact that they're bored. We also have maturity with the Six of Cups energy. So they could be, this could be someone who's worried. They could be worried about self-sufficiency, worried about their age. They could be bored here. What's the Nine of Wands? Because the Nine of Wands in reverse kind of says that they're not really looking or like reaching out to you, although this is somebody that you probably could talk to or someone who could talk to you. It doesn't look like they are. They could have problems approaching or not knowing what to say. They could even feel shy, like or insecure about having a conversation with you. Your energy with the Pisces energy, I'm sorry, with the Ten of Cups, it does have Pisces on there though. But you don't just like feel good to be around, you look good too. It's the root chakra on this Ten of Cups. This may be someone, yeah, like they want something serious with you. A family. It says family reunion, contentment, peaceful coexistence. They're looking for emotional stability and security. Like I said, they want love. They may not be able to offer love to you, but they definitely want it for sure. What's the Nine of Wands here? I mean, the Nine of Wands in reverse. Inflexibility and poor initiative. Okay, so they're serious and they want a connection with you, a very specific one. Like they pretty much already have a plan. This person already has a vision. They've been dreaming or visualizing. They've been dreaming about you, visualizing you. They already kind of know how they want their connection with you to go. This person has plans, very specific plans, but it doesn't look like it's taking you into account. I'm going to pull the shadows out. But with that Seven of Swords wanting to peek out, and the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and then the Ten of Wands, I don't know. I don't know. That don't look good or sound good. What else was on that Nine of Wands? I don't know. Let's pull the shadows out. Yeah, now I'm hearing let's make a family. They want a family with you. Page of Wands. Even if you've already experienced something with this person, this is like, feels like fresh new energy, or maybe they've experienced some kind of rebirth of their feelings. And they feel blocked out. That could also be what triggered it, is if they don't feel like they could connect to you. Hi, Caroline. Does it say Caroline? I'm sorry, it's so small. The words are so small. Hi, Caroline. We have Pumpkin Patch. Okay, they're trying to keep up a good face. They're smiling. That's like keeping a front. Someone's being sweet or trying to pretend to be sweet, but they have regrets, and their regrets run deep. Maybe they run deep in your connection here. So there's a lot that they haven't accounted for, but they're rushing into this fantastical lovey-dovey energy with you. We got Witch, self-doubt. Gorgon is in reverse. This person I don't know what this is. Justice. Okay, maybe it's not so much that they have a right to you. I was feeling like maybe that's how they feel or they want to, but they're afraid to feel like they should have any rights to you. Because they could be undergoing karma. Like you could have detached from them, which means they aren't receiving your protection. With Gorgon in reverse, they aren't receiving your protection, or they don't feel protected because somebody is not seeking revenge. This gargoyle energy is very similar to the gargoyle. The gargoyle is more about like a spirit, someone protecting you, watching over you, like an ancestor, angels, God, you know. This Gorgon energy is more so of someone who could be protecting themselves, but it could be like a wrathful energy or a revenge type of thing. This is in reverse. So if this is you, that you have some kind of grievance, maybe because they could have a grievance against you because you disconnected from them. You could have disconnected from them because you have a grievance with them. But because you're not retaliating, they don't have a good reason to act out on you. So it's almost like, okay, somebody could feel like they're being forced to be nice to you or forced to respect you. So they want this connection, but I don't feel like it's real. Someone may feel controlled by their desire for you or their vision. They have a vision here, Page of Wands. Their curiosity, there's something they're seeing with you and feeling with you that's got their energy moving towards you like a light, like a moth to a flame, that type of energy. But they feel like they're the moth and they're getting caught up in your light. And it's reversed too, because you could be a water sign. You could be the Pisces, or you could be any water sign. And this person, I'm feeling definitely Sagittarius. It's Sagittarius all over the place on this reading, but it could be a Leo or an Aries. We also have Witch and self-doubt. That's what I was saying. I feel as if this person has some fears or insecurities about connecting with you. Likely they could feel as if you'll be able to see through, or you've already seen through them. This is weird. This is like somebody's been burning candles and everything else to try to bring you back or bring you back into their life. Or they're just keeping the candle lit, you know, like figuratively. Maybe not doing spell work with the witch energy, but it's kind of like they are, because they're using a lot of energy towards attracting you or trying to, like, deliberately. Okay. But they're doing it in sneaky ways. That's why we have the Six of Swords. They're doing it in sneaky ways. They're not being upfront about it. There is an opportunity for communication, or you could be talking to this person, but that's definitely not what they're telling you. Okay? And it could be because they feel some type of way about it. They could be afraid to. That's basically what I'm getting with the shadows. So this feels toxic just because it feels like there's a lot of emotions or feelings that have not been dealt with. There's some fake smiles going on here. There's things going on in the shadows or behind someone's back. And then at the same time, there's all this love and all this music and all these fantastical feelings. I don't know. That's like a passive aggressive, ooh, I really want to connect with you. I really want to get close to you. But is it just because you're going through something or you feel burdened down, or is this really what you want right now? Like, so I don't know. And we also had someone who could be bored, or they're kind of thinking about almost like settling. Like, I need to, It feels like that type of energy. And their eyes could be set on you because they Maybe it would be quicker. Someone has a new connection though. Let me get one card on this energy here with the let me in. Sneaky Ten of Cups. Yeah, didn't I say? Oh, see? Ooh, say no more. Now, I don't know who's love bombing who, but someone's definitely getting swept up in it. Now, I don't know if they're love bombing you and the bomb is going back. So they're, instead of you falling in love with them, they're falling more in love with you, or they're becoming obsessed with you. That does happen. So I've heard love spells, if you try to do them on people who are not cooperative components to it, or they don't do love spells, so you can't, it just won't work on them, they go back. So you end up being even more obsessed or more engrossed in your feelings than you really want to. So it looks like it's a little bit of that. Someone is probably weighed down by how much they're feeling you, but it's because of the way that they're handling these feelings for you. And the feelings haven't even been well thought through. It's too many mixed emotions in here. Somebody is not really clear about what they feel, what they want, none of that. Yeah, overly attentive, showering with affection or wanting to. And it says for personal gain. Like I said, it's a desperate energy. Just kind of thinking about life and time and age. And it said boredom as well. And they have these intense emotions. See, head over heels, falling in love, but then your smile isn't real. And you can't, yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, or it's just going to hurt. You could do it, but it's going to hurt. Especially if it's not being reciprocated, and you don't have to say, let me in, to somebody that's letting you in. That's the red flag right there. All right, new connections. So I don't know, if whoever this is here that they're interested in, you could be the water sign. Oh, I got the Empress coming out. Taurus. Okay. So you could be in a new connection with someone. You could be in a new connection with a Taurus, or maybe a water sign, or this is a water sign. You're entering into a connection with a Taurus, or you're a divine feminine. What's this divine feminine? Taurus again, but it's in reverse. Oh, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. It hasn't happened yet. So what's the bold energy? Ace of Swords. What's the bold energy? We have the Empress in the upright, but we have Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Wow, in reverse. And the Five of Pentacles. Okay, there's an ex or a past person that feels blocked out. Maybe this is, they could feel blocked out of your new connection. So if you have a new connection here, I'm going to guess that your connection, whatever your sign is with the Taurus. Your connection is with the Taurus, or it's with the earth sign. But I got a lot of Taurus here. The Empress, Five of Pentacles. So this may be a third party, but they feel lost. They feel like they're being pushed out of the connection. And they feel like they're being pushed out like boldly, proudly, or loudly. Like, I don't know, something feels like it's in their face. They feel that their work or what they've said, maybe this is someone who did. We had the Eight of Wands. They've expressed themselves or communicated quite a bit. That could be where their insecurity is coming from, because they feel like it was a bad investment. They feel like they really didn't see this through. They feel like they missed an opportunity. They feel like miscommunication and confusion. They don't feel like you're understanding what they're saying or what they want. We have the Five of Pentacles. They could be afraid or feeling as if they're losing something. If this is not financial, then they definitely feel the loss of the connection. So maybe what they felt with you or from you was love, even if you were in a new connection. But at some point, your connection with someone else got bold. to the point that they feel left out in the cold. That's really what the Five of Pentacles is about. It's not just being outside or outside of a connection or not being in a connection. It's more so that you're like right there or you're just close enough. Like this is a safe haven. So this would be two people outside. Usually they say it's like a cathedral or a church or something like that. So the connection, they benefited from it. They were the Ten of Cups, okay? I guess you used to be in love, or you guys were in love. So they used to feel this love. They were a part of this love. They felt this protection. I was saying that too. They felt this protection. There was some kind of blessing, or even maybe monetarily they were benefiting as well. Their confidence could have been a lot better too when they were connected to you. So now they feel like you have moved on to someone else and they're not getting any of those benefits anymore. Whether they're the benefits that are tangible, physical, material, or these are things that were like in the energy and they're no longer able to be a third party, so they're not getting it. Like they're not feeling it. It's very strong. Like they definitely feel as if they're being done bold in some way. Or they may see you as that Seven of Swords energy. Like you tricked them, you deceived them, or something like that. They could have thought that you loved them, or that you still love them, or there was still a chance. It's some kind of miscommunication or confusion. What's its showtime? The Temperance, Sagittarius again. What's its showtime? What's the Temperance card for showtime? Oh, it's the, okay. And the Knight of Pentacles. Do y'all work together? Is this a work situation or something like that? It's showtime makes me feel like, because we already have this person that's putting on a show. They're already putting on a show. They're smiling or respecting someone or acting like they love or care for someone when they really don't want to. So they already feel, it's a song. Why are we in denial, but we know we're not happy here? Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. We love that song. What is that? That's Outcast. Okay, and then that's kind of the energy. Someone feels like an outcast now of a connection that they once were a part of. But something about the connection is not solid. Maybe it's an illusion. The connection doesn't even really exist. There never was a third party existence. But someone keeps trying to create one, or they're holding on to one, or I don't know. They're that could be delirious, delusion. Caught up in a delusion. So we have the Temperance energy, someone needing balance, patience, cooperating with others. If this is the Empress, that would definitely be the Empress's energy. But that's why I said, are you guys working together? Because we have Sagittarius, but then we also have the Knight of Pentacles with Taurus energy, being consistent, practical, and reliable. Both cards are talking about patience. Both cards are referring to balance, being responsible, like having to see something through. Even with the Temperance card, again, having to work together, having to put on a smile or respect or be kind with somebody that you may not want to. And I can't even tell if that's the truth or it's not the truth, because it's so back and forth over here. But then someone else is very clear about what it is that they want or how they want things to be. One more card. Clarify the Temperance and the Knight of Pentacles again. And then I'll pull the shadows out for the Divine Feminine and its connection. So whatever situation this is, the Taurus would be considered to be the Divine Feminine. But for some of you, the Sagittarius is. with the Temperance card. I don't know. Let's see. They not in divine energy. If it's the Sagittarius, they're not in divine energy right now. Not if this is them banging down the doors with let me in. Yeah. Even over here. Something about this is this connection here is for the long haul. Somebody is in a connection already. Five of Wands in reverse. This is how it has to be. There has to be balance. There has to be patience. For some reason, the two, yeah, we have compromise, resolving disputes, cooperation, peace, conflict solutions. Then we have Sagittarius again, and we have the Knight of Wands in reverse with reckless, superficial, cocky, lack of self-discipline, and frustrated. So that's what I feel. I feel like something is balanced. Something is balanced. There are solutions, or people are working together, but somebody's not happy with what they're getting. They're not happy with the solution. They're not happy with what they're getting out of a connection. So even if this is a third party connection, there is a third party who is not happy or satisfied with their role. They're not happy with what they're getting out of this. They feel like they're missing some kind of benefit. They feel like they're not getting the kind of communication and clarity that they want. They feel like it's an injustice. They feel that they have a right to some kind of insight or some kind of financial benefit. They feel like they have invested and now they're experiencing some kind of deficiency. They're frustrated. They also feel as if they're losing their confidence here. The Knight of Wands says they've been working against the balance of this connection. So this is definitely someone that did not want you to move on, if that's the case. Now, they could be smiling in your face all day and saying, oh, yeah, I really... If y'all doing the poly thing, people got poly connections, or you have an open connection or something like that, whoever you think is your third party, your third wheel, the person you brought in, whoever you think is trying to either, well, we have let me in, so maybe there is no third party, but this person wants to be a part of your connection. I don't know what's going on. You do. But if that's the case, they are not happy. They're saying they are, and they're saying they like this or they want this. They do not. This person, this is the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's the only card that's working against it. The Five of Wands would definitely be the same energy. Like, this would be somebody else who's going at it with them, but it's not the case. So there's like one person pushing against it, the other person is not. That's another reason someone can't attack this divine feminine, or they cannot, yeah, they can't unleash anything. They can't put anything on this divine feminine. They can't touch this divine feminine. They can't, like, somebody's trying to shake the connection by rattling the divine feminine, but they can't. They can't touch her. And they can't get into the connection emotionally or energetically, which is causing some kind of issue. Someone set themselves free. We had a Fool here and the Hangman in reverse. Someone was stuck or trying to figure out how to have a new beginning, fresh beginnings, innocence, free spirit. Someone had a desire to start a new connection, but they could not figure out how to block out a past connection, and I feel like they found out how to do it. So this person is, this is like the, I guess the act out. Somebody's acting out. But they've already closed the door. They've already, this is, somebody's new connection is solid. I mean, the Empress is chilling over here. Let me pull out the shadows. Tell me about the Empress. For some of you, okay, we have Taurus again with the Hangman in reverse, but we also have the Fool and the Five of Wands in reverse, which could be a Leo with the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius. Knight of Wands in reverse, Sagittarius energy, though. Yeah, it's a lot of people got the same situation going on because these roles are all flipped in reverse. Some of you, the divine feminine is a Taurus or a Sagittarius. Some of you, the person who is working against the connection is a Taurus, or they feel left out of the connection, could be a Taurus, not necessarily fighting it, but they could have felt left out of it, and they may have released it with the Hangman in reverse. Okay, that's kind of the same thing too if it was a Leo. It looks like the chaos, or they've compromised, or they found some kind of way to cooperate. They're finding peace. They could have even released the connection here with the Fool, setting themselves free, starting over new, or they weren't serious about the connection to start with. And then for some of you, we have the Knight of Wands. This Sagittarius is working against the connection or self-sabotaging. Because for some of you, the person who's been, if this is like a poly, the person who has been in the people who have been in the connection the longest, it started out as two. There was an opportunity for this connection to continue. It had practical reasons to continue. The connection itself was efficient. It just took a lot of work or improvements, determination. People need to take responsibility, be patient, calm. They needed to work together and find solutions for their issues. It really could have, like, someone could have saw it through, but someone was hasty, reckless, superficial, more concerned with financial things, to the point that they got frustrated and they started working against it, self-sabotaging. So someone could have ended this connection for themselves. Like, if they're out in the cold, they did this to themselves. Yeah, we got venomous garden. I'm trying to tell you, somebody's not happy about this connection. The Empress here, you may have snakes outside your gate. If you're the divine feminine in the connection, it doesn't matter, because for some of you, there was a divine feminine that's no longer a divine feminine. They're not operating in that energy. The Temperance in the upright, that's why I said, I don't know. But I thought this was more of the Empress energy with Temperance. But for some of you, this person is a divine feminine, or, they used to operate in divine feminine energy, but they're not. They're being karmic. Dominantly, they may have lost their status as a divine feminine. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. There could have been something here. There we got the Ace of Swords. Lies that have not been corrected, or some kind of action that hasn't been corrected or accounted for. The Ace of Swords, some kind of injustice. They could actually have lost their seat. Like this, spiritually speaking. Like spiritually speaking, especially with the Temperance energy. That would mean that this person, like, likely this is whatever they're holding themselves to. They feel like they need to repent, or they need to, they feel like they need to change something. They're holding on to some kind of shame or guilt that is self-imposed. Yes, baby. Which one? The fruit? Yeah. The cereal? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Here it goes. Yeah, and then the Ace of Pentacles. Lack of foresight. I don't know. I'm getting too mixed up in it. But with the Empress here, we have Raven. Knowledge, death, and energy. So whoever the divine feminine is currently, they're aware of the ending of a connection, or they're aware of why. They could also be the Grim Reaper. The Empress is in the upright. So they could be operating in this Temperance energy now. The Temperance energy is also, yeah, it's the divine feminine. It's a earth angel energy. This is a divine connection. It's like heavily ruled by spirit. Even we got the Hangman in reverse here. It's a lot of spiritual growth and development. So somebody tapped out of the spiritual growth or the path. Somebody tapped out. They chose this. Somebody chose a different route. Okay. One more card on the Empress, and then I'll be right back there. My son wants some cereal. Oh, we got Harpy in the upright here. This is not about this is this person. Who? The Raven and the Harpy? This divine feminine is a Grim Reaper. That's like a dark angel. They're in there. This is dark. This is dark. What do you call that? Dark goddess, or what do you call that? Dark feminine energy, like a femme fatale almost. Yeah, it's a Grim Reaper. Could be Scorpio. Could be a Scorpio. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. We're back. They turned it off, so hopefully you guys can still hear me or you're still there. Hi, Mark. Where do we leave off? Let's talk about this, or I was trying to figure out the divine feminine energy here. Where is the masculine? You must be the masculine, or whoever reading this is. That's the one that's not being covered. It has to be the viewer. Even if you aren't the dominant masculine, you could be in masculine energy. Because it doesn't matter, but the Empress is feminine energy. But if you're being pursued, then you could be in masculine energy. That's your protection. Like you're having to play both roles or something like that. Like your connection could be under attack, or you could be under attack. I don't know what else to do with this. I got one last deck to pull on this, and then we'll just get one last spread, a new one. Clear this out. What's going on in this connection over here? Divine feminine. Red flag. I said, so someone is seeing this other person as a red flag. It could be as simple as there's like an open connection or a poly couple. There's someone that they were considering as being a part of their connection moving forward, but this person has too many red flags. Like they may have been in divine feminine energy when they first considered the idea, but because this person is choosing to stay in karmic energy, it's not an idea that can continue because they don't fit the mold. That would heavily affect the connection, especially for those of you that are like into deliberately manifesting. It has a lot to do with alignment with that temperance energy. So balance, the heart chakra being clear, you having a clear conscience or free mind, like all of that is very important in order for you to be in true love with the full energy, in order for you to fall in love and be in love and not it be to your detriment. Not like the fake shit with the love bombing and getting swept up in something that you don't really see, but truly being able to love heartfelt or wholeheartedly. And I'm assuming in this situation is even there's an element of like with no attachment or something like that. It's kind of what I'm feeling. Like in a practical sense, you have to be able to love even when it hurts, like even when it's difficult. It can't be fake. It can't be fake. You have to do the work. So if you're not doing the work, then that's karmics don't do the work. They're karmic until they do the work. All of us are karmic until we do the work. Some of us do it, some of us don't. Some of us do it a lot, consistently, and some of us don't. This has to be a divine feminine is well aware of that. So this other person or this karmic here is being red flag. There are too many warning signs. They're taking heed. The situation with them would be risky. If it was on the other hand, where this is a karmic and a divine masculine, then they could be trying to connect with another female, this divine feminine. But if the connection, they're seeing it as a risky situation, so they may be passing on the connection. Like this could be a feminine that knows she's not going to get the female that she wants, or a feminine who is saying no to a certain female. Yeah, we have reading up, doing the research, learning more, and gaining insight. They've considered the idea, or they've considered this person, but there's too many red flags. There's too many issues. Hi, Jesse. Yeah, we have detective. Woo, somebody did more than enough insight or looking into this. I also said this is a connection that had longevity, or it's been going on for a long time. So there's been ample amount of time, especially for some cycle. I don't know if this is a friend group or you guys know each other or you're just moving through cycles at the same time. Because we have solar plexus in the heart here. With temperance and the Knight of Pentacles, it's not just about a Sagittarius, but I mean, they do carry they are the temperance card. So you would expect them to more so be in that energy than anybody else. But this was about everybody mastering this energy. Even like with the Taurus, everyone had to master the Empress energy, even a divine masculine. In this connection, you guys move roles. There's never one There's never just one divine masculine or one divine feminine. There's always two of one or the other. Or you all could be in the same, like, in the same energy. There's something about balance. You have to be balanced. You have to be able to stay in alignment. This means you have to be able to hold your own or remain calm, even when, things are tense, or when you're experiencing some kind of emotional distress in a connection, when it's difficult. That's where it could break down everything that you're building. Someone could have already experienced that, which is why they can't do it again. Man, I'm telling you, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. I thought the whole time anything like this, like I used to be very judgmental about open relationships and poly relationships, because it said one man for one woman, that's it. And I would think like, oh my goodness, that's the, worst thing that you could possibly do. But honestly, the worst thing you could possibly do is marry someone who isn't aligned to you, or be in a relationship with someone who isn't aligned with you, because you guys will just continuously butt heads. Your energy is repelling one another. You continuously deconstruct and break down. You're not building up. Everything that you build up is on a rocky foundation. It continues to break down until you guys are on the same. So it doesn't matter if you have 3, 4, 5. That's why in Bible times they had those many. But even their servant girls and the extra women that they would have, there had to be that they all served one God, or that means that they all carried the same energy, the same entity, that they were aligned. They were evenly yoked. Like Solomon was wise, but the thing that was said about him, because there's a lot of people, a lot of kings who were respected very much by the Bible. They were spoken highly of. Even King David, who took another man's wife and killed them, put him on the front line. But wise King Solomon, he was reprimanded for having a bunch of different wives, but it wasn't because he had a bunch of different ones. It was because they were all serving different masters, and that's what created the imbalance and the equilibrium. And that's what will break down the communication. It will break down the honesty. It will break down the trust. If there's no trust, you really don't have anything. How can you love when you can't even trust? As far as lust and things like that, lust with no trust is also a recipe for a disaster. And that, all of that, it affects your emotions. It affects, yeah. If it affects your emotions, it's going to eventually affect your mind or how you're moving, and that's going to affect your finances, the choices you make. It's going to be the breakdown. This 5 of Pentacles, it's like going right back into survival mode, whether that's mentally, emotionally, or physically. So something about whoever you guys are trying to add to this, or whoever's trying to be added to you, or whatever the fuck we done got into on this table, somebody thoroughly did the research. All of these cards are about somebody taking a closer look at something, or taking a closer look at someone. Red flag. They're looking for the warning signs, and they're finding them. Things are lighting up, causing them to pause and take heed. Like they can't dive in. Even if this person is offering love, there's a red flag. There's a blockage there. They can't connect. It's a risky situation. It's not beneficial for them. Especially divine masculine, divine feminine. And something about karma is somebody has not paid their karmic debt. There's blockages. Like I said, there are people who are outside of these gates. So I don't know. Okay, the Empress, you could be in a very fertile time period. I just heard the song, My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard. And with the Empress, it's like you're just sitting here in your garden. You're just sitting there, but the energy that you're giving off is calling them in. But everybody is not able to enter. And you're looking at somebody, or you have looked at someone, but it's too many red flags there. You've done research, you tried to learn more, and you gained insight, but it was the insight that kind of made you take this not seriously, or not take this person seriously. It doesn't look like a connection that will be fruitful or beneficial for you. And then it feels like you even went into overdrive, or you went looking for more. Or maybe you weren't looking for it, but you found it. For some of you, you were accused of something, and it ended up showing a light or shedding a light on someone else. So you got clarity and insight because of someone's self-sabotaging behavior. Yeah. On the bottom of the deck, see, I was saying it's gonna always either be like two masculines and one feminine, two feminine energies, one masculine. Somebody's masculine energy, and we all have both, but somebody is not balanced. That's where it comes to with alignment. Somebody's, maybe they can be feminine, they can be soft with the temperance energy, but when they're in their masculine energy, it's just straight up pride. It's completely toxic. I was saying something was toxic here, and they may take on more of a manly role. I don't have a lot about the divine masculine, the dominant masculine in this connection, but with bold here, and new connections, I feel as if they like to play the masculine role. This may be someone that, even they're females, I don't care how you wear or use or, operate in your masculine energy, it better still look like a feminine or feel like a feminine to me. That's what it sounds like to me. This is a man who, they may like the masculine energy. That's what you see from like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla, Ice Spice, all of them. What's the other one I like? Lotto. They're in masculine energy. That's masculine energy. They go out and get it. They'll take it. It's still very, but it's Venusian. It's still Venusian. Even if they're not in their feminine energy, they're in their masculine energy. It's still a woman. Whoa, man. Okay. Now this is too masculine so I don't know if somebody may be more of a stud, or like they like to be more, play a role of like a tomboy more so. It may be too tomboyish or too masculine for this, like this divine masculine. They don't like that. They like feminine energies. And even when their feminine is in masculine energy, like I said, it still better feel and look soft and pretty. Like that's how it has to behave. Or maybe it has to do with the submission. Yeah, see, we got spiritually woke, so it is way more than just the aesthetics, even if that's part of it. It also has to do with spiritually, because you have to be able to be submissive. They're looking for two feminines that are submissive. Two females that play a submissive role. All right, let's, did I get everything? Yeah. Let's do one last spread, but let me clear all this out first. We're going to use different decks too. Because when them song messages come in, I'll be here, and then the whole dang reading is just replaying the same story 11 different times in different ways. That gets on my nerves. I'm complaining, but that's really my fault. When I'm feeling a little more passive, I just like to read the cards and be in the flow. That's why I talk a little fast, because I'm not really filtering anything. I'm just not filtering any information. I'm just spitting it all out. But when I want more control of my table, see, when those energies come in, they be too aggressive, and then it ends up taking up the whole table. I don't like reading the same thing over and over, and I'm not in the mood to really put my foot down. So we're just gonna get some different decks, and if we get the same message, then I guess that's just what the fuck it is. Oh, you know what? I have not used that one in a long time. We'll see what comes out with that. And use that one. All right, let's go. And we're gonna start off with the same self-made oracle decks. There's just way too many cards in here to get the exact same messages. Matter of fact, I'll take those out. They were right on top. So definitely won't get the same cards. All right, let's see. My water. Oh, we've been on here for 50 minutes. Let's go. I haven't done a reading all day, so I pretty much just been sitting on energy all day. All right, we have you satisfy me. We have it speeding up. Something is. Okay, somebody's happy. Something's getting ready to speed up for somebody right now. We might have to do these separately. I don't feel like this is a story. These are separate messages. Okay, we got finances. Somebody finances, and then I'm ready for more. We're going to clarify it all independently and see if it's connected or not. Put these up. We need a new tarot deck too. Here we go. All right, clarify. Somebody's satisfied. Who's satisfied with who? 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 Okay, the world in reverse. An ex-Scorpio, an ex-Leo, an ex-Taurus, or an ex-Aquarius. It's either an ex or someone that you're really not connected with anymore. But you may have someone from the past who is satisfied with you or thinking about you. And you could be a Scorpio. 5 of Cups in reverse. So somebody in the past that you walked away from may be satisfied with you, or they may be into you now, but you are walking away. So this is a repeat message. Back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. It's the same message. Hi Sonia. Same message. This is same message. You could be a Leo, strength in reverse. A lot of my fixed energy. Ooh, I just did a reading for you guys. I don't know if I uploaded it yet. But you're like the new shiny things. Fixed energy in particular. Something is going on with you guys and your cycle in life. It's happening at the same time. Okay, for fixed signs, just like cardinal signs and whatever the other one is 3. Cardinal, fixed, and what is the other one? I don't know. It's on the tip of my tongue. Mutable energies, okay? But right now there's something going on with Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. You guys are experiencing some kind of cycle, some kind of change, some kind of closeout or transformation, some kind of release and renewal. You're going through it at the same time. So you have people that you've left behind, or people that you walked away, or that you literally let go of the situation. Like it could play out however it wants to. Those individuals, you have people from the past. It's them that's feeling this way about you, that they want you now. So maybe people who were not interested in you are now interested. And you may be walking away, or you're not interested, or for some of you, you just let go, so you don't know. Okay. Yeah, we have the 2 of Wands with intentions on coming toward you here. Or they have plans. Somebody has plans to put their hands in play. They have plans for a reunion. Some of you have already... okay, no. Some of you have someone here who, from the past, who is reminiscing about whatever used to happen in the past. You may be getting some of this reminiscent energy, or someone's trying to reunite with you. This is giving you stress or giving you a headache here. You may have a Gemini or Libra, or this could be you, Aquarius, where someone's doing this to you. Or you could have a Gemini or a Libra doing this to one of you here. They've got a lot of emotions and feelings. We have the Sun and the King of Cups. Somebody is lighting up with emotions and feelings. And it could be giving you stress or a headache. Someone could have a headache. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Someone let go of a masculine Capricorn. They want a new beginning here with the Ace of Wands. What's you satisfy me? Page of Swords. You're being watched. And the Queen of Swords. You're being watched, and I'm assuming if your phone is dry, it won't be dry for long, or you're already starting to receive a lot of communication from people, and it's based on what they're seeing or feeling or sensing. I'm telling you, it's like the universe is putting a spotlight on you right now, or you could have made some changes to put a spotlight on yourself. That's possible too, but definitely if you are in fixed energy, and some of you, it's not your sun sign, it might be your north node. So if you're in your north node, then you're in this fixed energy and you're experiencing this cycle at the same time. Yeah. So connections, definitely. People wanting to reconnect. Okay, we have it speeding up. What's speeding up? I did a lot of tarot for that one. Tarot cards is just talking. What's this speeding up though? What's speeding up? Best friend, candlestick, and I just heard, can I be your best friend? Or if I was your best friend, I want you around all the time. Can I be your best friend? Promise her, you be mine. Yeah, this is the Eight of Wands. This is somebody's twin flame. Oh, we have ready to talk. Fast moving action. Okay, so now, and it's speeding up. Or it doesn't have to be right now. But it's, maybe it is. Okay, we got ready to talk. Fast. Yeah, this is the Eight of Wands. Somebody is eager. Somebody is eager to express themselves to you. Eager to have a conversation, maybe even a face-to-face conversation. It says love rush. They could be feeling love or feeling in love with you. This could be someone that you were only friends before. There's been some kind of healing with the Dr. Orchid card. There's some kind of healing situation here. Someone has been kind or opened the lines of communication and maybe healed someone or something that they were going through or something they were questioning, and someone feels like they have clarity here. So this is someone's connection speeding up. What's the candlestick? Maybe if it's not twin flame, because I don't have two candlesticks, so maybe it's not a twin flame situation. Let me get one more card from here. Usually if it's twin flames, both the candlesticks come out. So let's see. Nope. That's kitchen. And then before, when a card dropped, it was the living room. So no. But there's maybe someone that you wants to live with you, or they want to live together, or they feel connected to you. It could even, yeah, we have best friends. If you haven't been in a connection with this person before, then I feel like it could be a friend, but they have feelings for you. So that candlestick, though, it's a flame. There's already an attraction, a spark, or some kind of chemistry. It could have been threatened to go out for some of you here. Like your connection could have been targeted is what I'm getting. There was a lot of eyes. We have that camera there, like paparazzi, lots of people focused on your connection or focused on you, or there's a lot of outside mitigation, instigation, maybe even gossip surrounding the connection. Your connection was targeted for some reason. But we do have 444 and 222. Those could be numbers that you're seeing or you've seen with this person's synchronicities. It also could mean that this connection is protected. So your friendship could be solid, or yeah, it doesn't even look like, it looks like you guys are separated. I love hanging out with you. Maybe this is something that they want to do. Action mode, expressive, ready to talk. The Eight of Wands, fast moving energy. It's also usually the energy of pushing something forward or someone coming towards you. So They could be coming towards you for friendship. There is some kind of chemistry or connection that they feel here. And I also feel like there was some situation that needed to be healed that they are feeling healed about. Yeah, we have the King of Swords. So you do have onlookers. I can't really show this card. I'm not using a deck to get sexual messages, but I like the Sexual Magic Tarot deck just because of the situations that it shows. But it's like you see the King of Swords, and he's got this feminine here with him. So this is a masculine and a feminine, but there's another feminine outside the door that is like looking at the situation. It could even be someone older here. So I don't know, but somebody was not happy about the connection. Could even be a mother. The King of Swords represents someone who was likely honest and fair, or someone who moved in integrity, like good intentions. Three of Cups. Okay, but even in the Three of Cups, there's only two people here. So maybe a lot of the gossip, this is a person that could have been in a single connection, but there's a lot of gossip that this person was cheating or that they had someone else in this connection with the Three of Cups energy. This could be a situation where it was said that there was a third party, but there wasn't. It could have been someone who, I don't know, it's someone who's close to you. This could even be a neighbor. You could have a friend or something like that, and there's a neighbor here who saw someone and, I don't know, got the wrong idea. I'm not sure. But it does look like the connection was targeted. And it could have even been this masculine that was targeted for his friendship with someone here. But whoever he's in a connection with, I'm assuming it's not you if you're the person that they're friends with, or if you're the person that they have this flame for. The Three of Cups, even if you were their friend and there was a spark, their connection was only with one person. And maybe that's just the physical connection. I don't know if this is, I don't know the specifics. But it looks like it's a physical connection only with one person. So it says it's speeding up. That means that they're wanting to talk to you. What do they want to talk about here? The Ace of Swords in reverse. They may want to clear up some kind of confusion. So maybe it's what I just got through talking about. Someone feels healed and they want to clear up the confusion about what someone was seeing or what someone thought or why they're being targeted. This could be someone that wants to clear the air here. Maybe they want to clear the air with you. They could have been friends with you or saw you as a friend. This person may have had feelings for you. It could be that they have feelings for you that they didn't take action on. King of Pentacles. They could be coming towards you now. It's still only two people. All of these cards, there's only two people in it. The Ace of Swords in reverse. The lie could be that this person was being like trapped. That someone trapped them or something like that. Or they had no choice. Or they could not. Maybe someone that couldn't date you or couldn't talk to you. That's not their truth. They could talk to you. This person could have chose not to. We have the Two of Pentacles. They could have been, this is kind of like going back and forth, not knowing whether to rock the boat. So if you guys have a friendship, the friendship could have been under attack. So if you just got your friendship back, they may have not wanted to rock the boat here, especially with the King of Pentacles. They typically are okay with taking things slow. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. They're okay with taking things slow. This is someone that could definitely be friends with you only, and not have a, not cross the line. It does look like, too, with the Two of Pentacles, that you may have turned your back here. So they could have been apprehensive. They could have felt as if you wanted them to come towards you, but they could have been apprehensive about rocking the boat or about causing another disruption because there was already some kind of lie that was going on. If they weren't being targeted, then this might have been you. So they could have been trying to protect you, protect themselves, or protect... what's the Three of Cups? They could have been trying to protect another connection as well. Three of Cups, Five of Cups in reverse. The Queen of Cups in reverse. I do feel like they were trying to protect someone's feelings. So they could have been trying to protect you from being targeted and trying to protect someone else's feelings, because I feel like that's the only person that they were with. But this person has some emotional grievance with them, and it's after the dissolve of the connection. 5 of Cups in reverse. They could have had a time period of grief. It doesn't feel like this person is grieving anymore. So maybe that's what it is. Someone has now moved forward or moved on. So it definitely would not be a third party connection if they were to come towards you, but they could have still had an open situation with someone, or at least emotionally. So if that's out of the way now, then that may be why they want to have a conversation. All right. Let's look at now. What's happening right now for my collective? What's this about? Right about now, the Funk Soul Brothers. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brothers. That's what I'm hearing. I have not been letting them music messages in. I really have to get more into a space of like, I don't care to do the music messages, because music, it connects us emotionally so quickly. That's why I really don't even be trying to hear the music downloads. But it really do help the reading flow. I don't know what that one was about though. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brothers. Check it out now. Let me see. What's going on right now for the collective? What are the messages here with now? What's now? Riddled by demonic influence, dirty lifestyle, or mind. She's a wonder with a lasso of truth. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brothers. Check us out now. Okay, some of you are being protected by, you may be being protected right now by 2 masculines. There's 2 masculines in your life that do not have good intentions towards you. Those may be those snakes. I was saying that somebody is in their garden and you got these snakes outside of the gate. They could be working together here. They're in a low vibrational energy and they're lacking self-control. So they could be trying to get into your energy, especially if they're trying to get into your energy through sexual magic. That's been coming across the table, so that may be at a high right now. It's going on a lot right now. But you could be in your Queen of Swords energy, which she's a wonder and a lasso of truth. So I feel like the truth that you're holding yourself to, everybody that comes towards you or everybody trying to touch your energy, they're getting cleaned or hit with that sword too. So it's like off with their heads, or they have to clean it up. This is whoever these people are. I'll pull tarot. Whoever these people are right now, they could be coming towards you, and I feel like you're having to maintain patience because they're continuing to come towards you even though they are likely not a vibrational connect to you. So you could be aware of them. It says that you tame wild beasts naturally or effortlessly. So you don't have to be overly guarded. You also have, you are being protected. So if you do feel as if your energy or someone is trying to get into your energy or connect with you, or you're worried about that, you really don't have to. Just keep doing whatever it is that you're doing right now. So if you're operating in your light or your truth, that's your protection, your sovereignty. Just put out a reading today. Actually, that's one I got in front of the camera for, but I didn't get the title until later, but it was loud as day when Spirit was like, your sovereignty is the only thing that works. So if you know, you know. If that's your reading, or if this is your part in this reading, you probably want to watch that. Because there's something that you do that everybody coming towards you, they can't operate below that light. Like it's a bar, it's a standard, it's a boundary, or something like that. But you are being protected if you do feel like you're under attack. I feel as if this has been going on a long time. So it does say you're practicing patience. And it may be multiple individuals, so that's feels like a reason for stress. Okay. And you jump timelines. So you may have been in karmic energy. Yep, someone is in beast mode. You go back and forth between excuse me. You go back and forth between being the tamer and being someone who needs to be tamed. You may be very flexible and you're like you up and down the vibrational scale. You move through these energies very easily. But when you are in a high vibrational energy, that's your natural protection. So for some of you, you going down into the lower vibrational energy, though you can hold your own, it does cause, it sends off a signal or lights up for people who may not really be good for you or not on the same wavelength as you to gain access to you. But as soon as you get back home, they can't touch you. So you can go down if you want to, but that's probably why you're feeling what you're feeling. Is because you're choosing to move or operate in a different energy or different space energetically. It doesn't mean you can't have the same awareness, but you do have to have your wits about you or be discerning. You need to be consciously aware and awake. Not necessarily to the people coming toward you, like you need to know everything about them, but you need to be aware of yourself, because that's what you're attracting. So when you're in high vibrational energy, you're taming yourself, which naturally tames the people coming toward you. But when you come down into low vibrational energy, that is a freedom. That's a freedom. It's free will. On the lower bottom end of the scale, it's not as many rules. There aren't as many, I don't know. It's like VIP. The price isn't that high. There aren't that many eyes. There's less you have to do. So if you're down there, you have to, whoever you're being, however you're being, whatever you're on, that's what you're allowing through. So you do have to be more self-aware is what I want to say. You can't necessarily go to sleep if you're going to stay down with the wild beasts. If you're going to get down with the wild beasts, beast mode, okay, masculine energy is fun. I mean, I was just talking to myself about that. Like, when I think about it, we are spirit creatures, right? So spirit lives in heaven or everywhere that heaven is, right? That's your home. So we come from there and then we come to earth. And then when we pass away, our physical body is gone, but our spirit goes back to heaven. So we're going back to heaven. So heaven is home. We started there. We came here. And then we're going back there. So aren't we here to have a good time? But when you're really grounded, you're in beast mode. You're in wild beast energy. You're in the 3D mode. That's masculine energy. You came here for this. Or I was saying that to myself, like, oh, I guess we kind of came here for this. But a lot of us got here and got scared. We forgot who we were. We forgot where we came from. We forgot our power, our sovereignty. And we got scared. And so we run towards religions and families that condition us to operate in a certain energy consistently. And it is a protection. But part of the reason you came here is to be fearless, to do whatever you want to do. But you do have to keep your wits about you, whoever you are. And it could just be because you attract a lot. The higher you go, the lower you can go. So that means you can attract any and everybody. And you do have some that don't have the greatest intentions towards you who are attracted towards you. It's your light. It's your light. You definitely can't turn it off when you come down the vibrational scale. It's like nighttime and you're the only star in the sky. They're gonna know. They're gonna see you. And the people who need the most healing, the people with the darkest souls, are going to be the ones that probably are going to know first. Because they have the most thirst, they have the most hunger, and you have the most light. So you need to be aware. Let me get signs for y'all and now. What is this about again? Yeah, they don't... I don't know. If you're worried about them, they're worried about you. They're confused about you. They don't know who the hell you are. Because you jump timelines. You could be a Sagittarius, Knight of Wands. It's in the upright. You could be a Sagittarius. Look, I'm telling you. And then Temperance in reverse. This is literally exactly what I was talking about. You go up and down the vibrational scale. You're in and out. You don't have to be, you could be any fire sign, but I do definitely have fire sign energy. Sagittarius energy, Knight of Wands, Temperance in reverse. The Queen of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Heavy Libra. Heavy Libra. I just heard that too. Somebody is like, you must be a Libra, or they think you're a Libra. Maybe they don't know. Something about justice, the scales, karma. We also have Taurus energy here with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, the person coming towards you or the person trying to connect with you is a family member or a member of your family, or it's an ex. And that's the person that's not good for you. Just because it's family doesn't mean they're good for you. What else is going on right now? Death in reverse. Scorpio energy, or someone who hasn't finished the transformation process. So it could be somebody that is undergoing a transformation, or they're going through a dark night of the soul. They're not ready yet. They haven't got out of it yet. They're still like in the thick of it. And they could be trying to connect with you before they're actually like where you are. But if you are bouncing up and down the scale, they could be catching you at a certain time. It's like, oh, your door is open, oh, your window's open, and they're rushing in. But that, you know, again, you're protected. You just need to stay aware, or you just need to stay alert. Some connections, people purposely try to put you to sleep. And right when I say that, here's the Ace of Cups. So that could be a Cancer or Pisces. It could be a Scorpio too, but dominantly I'm getting Cancer and Pisces with this Ace of Cups. It could be someone that is, they're genuine. It says security or a helping hand. They could be offering love to you or trying to add value. Okay, they want to connect with you and add value, but they're not really ready, or they're not really as open as they're appearing to be. You could be protected from this connection as well. One last card here. The King of Wands. Some of you may have a Leo that is coming towards you. This person may be there. It's in the upright. King of Wands in the upright, but well, I just have ambitious, ambitious, outspoken. It's given. You just have to be alert, because I feel like you are in control with this this truth energy, right? That Queen of Swords energy. I feel like you're in control, like in control of yourself. You're very alert or aware. But the King of Wands, that's kind of like a charm. They could charm you. They could charm you. They might charm the pants right off of you or something like that. And I guess you would want to pay attention to when they're coming toward you, okay? The time period that they're coming toward you, or what energy you're in when they do. Okay. All right. Last but not least, we have finances. And I'm ready for more. Okay, I haven't used this deck in a while. We're going to use that same tarot deck for finance and stuff. Somebody's ready for money. Who isn't ready for more money? I'm ready for more finances. Okay, we got 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. Somebody's connection could be over, or someone could be disconnecting from a partner, and they could be feeling the absence of this person financially. They may be ready for a new connection because of the loss here. 5 of Swords in reverse and the 3 of Cups in reverse. This is a repeated message. It's a repeated message. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Someone who does not feel as if they can make it on their own. It's a lack of independence or a possible codependency. And it could have to do with a connection that is now severed, a relationship that they no longer have. This could be with a friend or a soulmate, with the Three of Cups in reverse, or the Lovers in reverse. For some of you, this is someone who is a part of your open connection, or they were a third party. They feel like they've lost their connection to you, or they failed in some way. With the Five of Swords, this could have even been someone that attacked your connection, and they could have done it for financial purposes. Okay, this is not necessarily a repeating connection. Yeah, Six of Pentacles and the Star. Somebody saw a payday here in a connection, and I feel the video my son watching, is this really the end for me? Yeah, somebody is getting the Five of Swords. Somebody is being put down out of a connection, like they'll never be able to get back in. But whoever this person is, this is someone who is benefiting greatly financially to the point that they became greedy. It says brightness could bring excess, so be careful not to become greedy. Six of Pentacles in reverse, somebody did. They took advantage of your generosity or your kindness. And even with finances and generosity with the Six of Pentacles, it's likely financial. It's likely material money, especially with the Nine of Pentacles too. But for some of you with the Star, the Three of Cups, and the Lovers, this is an energy. Okay, your energy is a currency. And someone got greedy, or they took too much. They took advantage of your generosity. So this person is blocked out, or they cannot connect. Someone's losing a connection to someone that I feel was very abundant, or it added a lot of value. That's the truth. It's the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords coming back out. Definitely could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, air sign or a water sign. Your love is the truth. Somebody benefited greatly off of their connection to you, but they abused your generosity, and they feel as if they're losing not just the connection and not just the benefit, but they also feel like they're losing you. They're losing your trust. This could even have been someone who once had a friendship with you with the Knight of Pentacles. They feel like they're losing everything. All right, let's get some let's see what this, we're gonna end it with this oracle. They're intrigued by you. I guess they would be with the Star. They're intrigued possibly because I said with the Five of Swords in reverse, this person may have tried to deplete you on purpose. That could be someone that tried to deplete you energetically, hoping that that would put an end to you in this connection here, but they're not getting that. They're not able to do that. This could be someone that feels like you're making a fool of them, or you've turned them into a joke with funny person and the fool energy here. So they could be very upset. This is someone who was, they were getting paid. They were getting paid. They were getting some kind of benefit, and they're not getting that anymore, and it's not funny. They're not laughing, but they feel like you are, or you think it's funny or something. You're making a joke out of it, and it's not funny to them. We have false person. You saw their truth, enlightenment. And yeah, and I saw the Hangman. Someone got enlightened. This person is, they're phony or fake, or they're not really who they say they are, or who they portray themselves to be. They're not what they look like. This could be someone that was draining someone else's energy. People were connected and people were connecting because they thought that this person really was on to something, but they're being enlightened. This could be like a group of people who is separating, and it may not even have anything to do with romance. Like I said, this could be as far as finances, or investing with somebody. This could be in a family. The Lovers could be any relationship. It's people who are severing their ties with this person. They're seeing them as a false person. They're seeing this person as a joke. Your shadow is taming your enemy. If this person ran up against you, it's who you are, who you're being. And it says focused on finances. So for somebody, it is literally financial money, or it could be your energy. I don't know, but maybe it has something to do with what you do for work. So whichever one, If you're chasing money, you're focused on your money, you are protecting your connection with that money, or you're attracting that money into your life, because literally someone was trying to drain you so that you would not be able to. Someone was trying to, I don't know. The Five of Swords is like a defeating energy. They tried to defeat you and it blew back on them. And if it's energetically, if you're really building yourself up mentally and emotionally, or working on yourself spiritually, they were trying to spiritually bankrupt you. So if that's what you're focused on, it's good that you are, because somebody was trying to attack that. Whatever it is that you're focused on, and the way that you're focused on it, that is what is taming whoever this is that was trying to attack you. So they're not getting this benefit that they once abused. So something they were getting that they're not getting anymore, and they can't even get a little bit now, is what I'm hearing. But okay, you guys, that's my time. In case I didn't see you in this live, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. This is me and Mines blowing you kisses, waving and saying good afternoon, good evening, and good night. It's 7:17 on the clock.